Miss Strawberry Makes. This is a crafty podcast about knitting, crocheting, sewing, and any other crafty shenanigans that I get up to. I'm Michelle, and you can find me on Instagram as Miss Strawberry Short Girl, on Ravelry as MissMichelle Bell. We also have a Ravelry group called the Strawberry Patch, and you can find the show notes for this podcast on my blog, missstrawberrymakes.blogspot.com. So it's been a couple months rather, since I've done one of these, so I feel awkward and rusty again. But actually, this is the second time trying to do this part because my camera decided it wasn't able to capture media the first time, so we're doing this again. I'm not irritated at all. So, anyway, so let's see here. It is spring. It's lovely out. It's sunny. It's a little chilly, but it's still pretty nice. The past couple days, I have been sick with a stomach bug, which was quite nasty. So I'm so thankful to be feeling better today. So I am sticking around home today, though, just because I did have a fever yesterday, and our general rule of thumb is 24 hours fever-free before exposing the general public to whatever it is you may have had, and I wouldn't wish what I had on my worst enemy if I had one, which I don't think I actually do. But anyway, I wouldn't wish it on anyone. So, sticking around home, enjoying a nice Saturday at home here. I will dive right in with finished objects. I only have a few. I haven't had much knitting time. Let's see, the first thing I will show you, I guess I'll go backwards because that's what's on the sock blockers, is my, what did I call these? Oh, Conversation Heart socks. I used Sandra of Cherry Heart's Pick and Mix pattern for this, so that's a pattern where you can like, she calls it her choose your own adventure sock pattern, where you pick what you want for the cuff, the pattern, the heel, and the toe. And so just make like your perfect pair of socks. And so this yarn was actually this and this were left over from another project, which you shall see in just a moment. But they are Candy Shop yarns, which is amazing. Hopefully you can see that. Liquid Candy in Conversation Heart, and then Gumball Mini in Pineapple, and this one is a Gumball Mini 2 in Winter Green, I think. So anyway, I did 1x1 rib, and then just a vanilla sock. I did my first ever German short row heels, and I really, really love them. I like how they turned out, and I like how they fit. And then I did her swirl toe, which I quite like also. Pardon my nails that they look like a third grader painted them. I actually painted them, but I'm always in such a hurry when I do it that it's very sloppy. Don't mind me. Anyway. I just saw flash. So yeah, very happy with these. Don't know if I have much else to say about them. So yeah, I think I will be revisiting the short row heels quite often because I really liked them. Oh, my new bunny blockers I got from the Knitting Shed. I had been wanting some of these babies for years, literally. I love the little bit of Liberty there. Jules from So Sweet Violet always has hers for a little bit of Liberty on there too. They're so cute. I love them. Oh, my niece Abby got a bunny. It is the sweetest thing. I just love bunnies. I want one so bad. Actually, on the pets front, sorry, I guess I'm digressing. But anyway, I do want to tell you guys that I ended up giving my chickens to my sister and brother-in-law. They have chickens also. And that little coop I have, it just wasn't enough space for them really to run around, and they were really picking on each other really badly, even though I would give them like fresh veggies and stuff just over the winter. I think they got really bored. being in that tight little area. And where I live, they can't just roam free, because actually just today there was a fox outside sniffing around the empty coop. So anyway, they've went to live with my sister and brother-in-law's chickens, and they should hopefully be much happier there and not pick on each other quite so bad. It was getting bad, and that just is upsetting when they hurt each other like that. So it's like, girls, just get along, come on now. But isn't that life? So okay, next I will show you, working backwards, this one. This project took me quite a while to complete. In the first take, I was wearing it, but then I got too hot and had to take it off, and I'm still too hot and I can't put it on. So I will at least show you, though, my Birds of a Feather shawl, patterned by Andrea Mowry. It is just so beautiful. Let me stand back and see if you can really see it if I hold it out here. It's so big, but it's so light because of the mohair. Hope you can still hear me. And it is just so beautiful. I love it so much. Usually I wear it like around my neck, more like a infinity scarf. Just because it's so big, it like hangs down really low on me, and I'm short, so anyway, I love it so much. I did make one mistake. In the first lace panel, I misread it, or just like assumed and didn't actually read it, and I did not purl the wrong side rows in the first lace panel. So it's like a garter stitch lace panel. Nope, that's not it. But then I did it correctly on the other two lace panels. But by the time I noticed this, I was to the next lace panel, and I was like, I ain't ripping all that back, because knitting with that mohair is so fine. I wasn't ripping it back. It doesn't bother me. I don't think it's that noticeable. We just call it a design element, and then it's no longer a mistake. Sorry, I can't speak today. I'm like stuttering. What the world? Sorry. Okay. So, trying to think. I really enjoyed this knit. It was a joy to make. It was just so relaxing and therapeutic. It was my break time knitting, and then my nighttime in front of the TV knitting, and since it was mostly garter stitch, it was just so, you know, knit, 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 back and forth, with the shaping in the middle and the shaping on the edges. Super, super pleased with it. Oh, I'm trying to remember if I said this now or in the last take, but the yarns are Candy Shop yarns. So yeah, the pink is the same as these socks, and the yellow is the pineapple. I did not use the wintergreen in this. I had gotten the pineapple and the wintergreen to try to decide which I wanted to do. I ended up going with the yellow for a fun pop of color. Nice contrast. So yeah, cotton candy in mint, liquid candy in conversation heart, and gumball mini in pineapple. And I have like the funniest little amount of the mohair left. It is like, could not have been more perfect. Look at that tiny little amount of mohair. Ooh, it like really matches my sloppily painted 3rd grader nails. Anyway, so happy with that. It's so squidgy and cozy. Okay, let me take a second. Okay, and then my 3rd and final finished object, although it's actually my first finished object since we're going back in time, is my Thomasina socks from the Miss Potter Sock Club. Yes, I love these. Okay, I can't remember if I told you, I think I did tell you in the last podcast what the yarns are, but anyway, they are Wild Rose yarns, which is possibly my favorite yarn dyer. I think it probably is. The gal who dyes them is named Michelle and spelled like the same as me, so that's pretty funny. we're kindred spirits, I think. But anyway, so this main color is lemon berry sorbet or something like that. I think, yeah, that sounds right. And then this, the contrasting heel, toe, and cuff is a mystery mini that I got. And so my thinking on these was the little speckles in the mini made me think of the marks of little dirty feet made by some certain little bumbles in the story, The Tale of Mrs. Tittlemouse, which, funnily enough, is my niece Abby's favorite Beatrix Potter book, and she's the one who got the bunny, lucky girl, blessed girl. And she told me the other day why it's her favorite is because she loves her little house, the little burrow she lives in. Not burrow, but you know where she lives. Super cute. But anyway, and like just the way she was describing it and then why she liked it, like took me back to childhood and just like finding little things like that so special, you know, when you're a kid. So anyway, I just thought that was super cute. And then the reason I chose this was the pinks and purples remind me of Thomasina's pretty dress and all the pretty flowers in the book, and then the yellow is her little visitors that make such a mess of her tidy little house. Babbitty Bumble and her sisters. But, yeah, really happy with how these turned out. What pattern? Oh, it was the Thomasina pattern by Kay. What's her last name? It's escaping me. Bakery Bears. Wow, it's like totally escaping me. I'll put it down below. I know her name's Kay. And, yeah, really happy with these. So the pattern's really simple. There's just like some twisted stitches in here so you can really see the yarn really nicely. And I just really love this yarn. So, and then, yeah. And it's her umbrella toe, which I really love this toe. It might be my favorite toe. So I'm learning more about what my favorites are. Umbrella toe, German short row heels. Pretty soon I will know exactly what sock I like to make. Which is good because I keep buying yarn. So anyway, speaking of yarn, let's see. Let's talk about, I was going to say let's talk about plans, but I didn't show you my work in progress yet, so let me grab that real quick. Okay, let me take a quick sip. It's cooling down quite a bit, so I might chug it in. It's very American of me, isn't it, to chug something instead of sipping primly. Okay, so this is the only thing I'm working on right now. I have been very monogamous in my knitting, and I'm not even crocheting anything right now, or sewing. So right now this is just a knitting podcast. Yeah, so I am making from Debbie Bliss Knitting Magazine, issue 10, from Spring-Summer 2013. This was like my favorite magazine for the longest time. I was sad when they stopped making it. I'm making this sweater. Hope you can see that alright. It is called Candy Striper, I think. Or just Striped Jumper. And I am calling it my Candy Stripe Jumper. Yes, so I'm using that Ferox Fibers Opaline. This, I'm almost through one whole skein of it. I have one more skein. It is just so pastel and so pretty. I'm doing that and Debbie Bliss Rialto 4-ply for the stripes, just in white. So I'm knitting it in the round. It's supposed to be knit in pieces, but I thought, hey, I'm going to knit it in the round just for kicks. So right now, oh, I didn't even finish that row. But right now I have divided for the top shaping. It's raglan sleeve, which is like my favorite sleeves. It just like fits my shoulders really well. But here's the pretty stripes. I like how the white does not like take away from the pastelness of the other yarn. It just like doesn't take away. It just like it's like you do you. I'll just be stripes here, minding my own business. But yeah, that probably made no sense whatsoever. But yeah, so I am starting to do the shaping for the armholes, and so that means I'm now working back and forth in rows. And if you remember, I told you, I think it might have been just on the last podcast, I discovered that I have been purling incorrectly my entire knitting life. Yeah, so I have been purling the correct way lately, and it's like relearning it all over again. My tension whenever I purl is just horrible, so it's like kind of making me mad, but like my stitches don't look as nice when I go back and forth in rows now because my purl stitches are not very even, like not very consistent, and it's kind of bumming me out a little bit, but it'll be okay. I think especially once I block it, it might even out a little bit. And practice makes progress, and eventually I'll get to where I can purl correctly with a good even tension. So anyway, I'm really happy with how this is turning out, and I think it will be so much fun to wear if I can hurry up and get it done before it gets too hot out. It's nice because it's a short sleeve sweater, which I do really like short sleeve sweaters because I tend to be rather toasty most of the time, and so it's perfect for me usually to have a nice short sleeve sweater. I want to make a skirt to go with it too, or just some skirts in general to go with these shorter sweaters because they can be really hard to find things to go with. It just is. So yeah, that is that. I'm trying to think if I have anything else to tell you about this. Just I'm very happy with it and moving right along on it. So yep, that is all I'm working on right now. So as for plans, I have a couple. With the Rialto 4-ply that I got a few other colors because Debbie Bliss just came out with a set of patterns that are like so retro and so wonderful. I want to make each and every one of them. I think there's 4. I think so. So for first off, I settled on the Betty sweater, which, go ahead and look it up. I don't have a picture of it right here because it's on my phone, actually. The pattern that I bought is. So, yeah, so I got the Rialto 4-ply in, which is what this sweater takes. I got it in the mint, lilac, pale blue, pink. Is it called pale pink, maybe? It might have a different name. And then the amber. And then just recently, when I ordered again, I got the coral. Or light coral. Coral? I don't know. Anyway, I love it. So yeah, I had gotten one of each of these. And was trying to decide what color I want to actually knit the sweater out of, which is why I got them so I could see them in person. And these are great for like Fair Isle and color work, so I know that they'll be usable very easily. And I even put it on Instagram like, hey guys, what color should I make? Aw, this has like a little bit of bracken or something in there. That's so fun. I love that because then it's like, oh, it's wool that came from the little sheepy that was out in the pasture somewhere. Anyway, I really like the blue. I love that blue. And blue, I tend to wear a lot of blue. I also really like the mint. And you know, aqua is my favorite color, and mint is very closely related to aqua. But then I really like this lilac too, so like I'm kind of torn between these, so I actually ended up getting enough of those 3 colors each to make a sweater. So we'll see what happens. I still haven't decided which color I'm actually going to start with, but before I start this sweater, I will probably start my other plan, which is the Little Rabbit Socks by Jules of So Sweet Violet. Oh my goodness, I'm sure you've seen them, but they are just the cutest thing. They're stripy, scrappy socks, and they've got little bunny tails lining the back of them, like fuzzy little bunny tails. So sweet. And this will kind of go into the looky what I got section too, because I have this that I got from Lady Family Yarns. So it was this little daisy project bag, which is so cute, and it came with 5 10-gram minis, 10 gram each, minis in the most delightful spring, earthy and subtle colors. This one's my fave, Obs, and then the yellow. These two are my faves. But then I do love the rabbitiness of these. So I'm thinking about making the little rabbit socks with these. I mean, I'll have to add other things to them, Obs. So think about that. They each came in an Easter egg. How fun is that? I love that. Easter's my favorite. And then I also got just the natural undyed mohair for possibly the little tails. This is like the softest mohair ever. Like, I've gotten other ones, and this one's just like so soft. Okay. Anyway, so that's a thought. And then also possibly if I wanted to, I was thinking I could also do something brighter and more fun. Not more fun. I mean, they're both fun, but something brighter. And these are both Wild Rose yarns, and she's my fave. Michelle, you're the bestest. So these are some speckly ones I got. So that would be really fun, because these do kind of remind me of Easter eggs, so they'd be great for the little rabbit socks, I think. Or these are called, Oh, I Do Like to Be Beside the Seaside. And she made these last year, and like they sold out like that, and I missed them. And so like I messaged her, and I was like, will you be dyeing up any more of those? And she's like, let me see if I have any. And so she had some, and she let me buy them. She's so nice. These are like my favorite minis ever. Seriously. I don't know if I ever even want to use them. I just enjoy looking at them so much. They are so nice. Are you seeing this? Are you even seeing this? And these ones are hand painted. They are all my favorite colors. Oh, I just love them so much. But so anyway, that's another option. Is maybe the little rabbit socks in one of these. But I can't commit to doing anything with these just yet because okay, so while we're on the subject of Wild Rose yarns, just for some looky what I got, let me show you what else I've recently purchased from her. This colorway is a departure for me. It's so saturated and so muchness. Like, usually I'm like pastel, 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 but I just really liked this for some reason. I think it was called Twilight, something like that. But it made me think of the song Mood Indigo, this old swing song or jazz song, I don't know how to describe it. But, yeah, I love it. This will probably be socks, but we'll see. I love it so much. So pretty. And then also this. She was doing some mohair. Oh, this one's so soft too. 70% mohair, 30% silk. And I think the name of this was Tea Rose, which you can totally see with the yellow and the pink. It's very nice. I love it a lot. So yeah, not sure what I'm going to do with that yet either. I like how people will pair mohair with another yarn, but with this I feel like you wouldn't be able to see the pretty color variations as well if you did that, so it might just need to be like a little shawl or something on its own. Little scarfy type thing. So let me just go ahead and show you the rest of the yarn I've gotten recently. I have been very treat yourself lately, so let's see here. This I got a little while back. This is Candy Shop Yarns Liquid Candy. This is the Balloon Lady sock set. I don't know if you've seen it, but hopefully you have. The new Mary Poppins Returns. It's fabulous. Anyway, this is inspired by the Balloon Lady off of that. And she is Angela Lansbury, who is amazing. I love her. I love that she was in that movie. So, yeah, just love this. Could not pass it up. Probably will actually make socks out of this. And, yeah, just look how speckly and wonderful. Hope you're seeing this okay. Love that. Gorgeous. And then another fun one from Ferox Fibers, who I got the opaline yarn from. That's my little sweater I'm making. This one is also another departure for me because it's so bright. This one's called Lisa Frank. Raise your hand if you wanted all your school supplies to be Lisa Frank when you were in like 4th grade. Actually, like all of grade school. Maybe even high school. But anyway, isn't this like so much fun? I love it. So great. So great. Love this part especially. And it is just so Lisa Frank. It's great. Love it. And then finally, I got an order from Beehive Yarns. Finally, as in, this is my final thing to show you, not like it took a long time to get here, because it didn't. She shipped it really fast. Beth is her name, I believe. So I have a sister named Beth. This is Peach Cooler in the Priscilla base. It is 100% superwash merino singles. So it's just like one little ply. Not little, just one ply. It is so nice. I love it so much. Her label is the bee's knees. I just love it. That's darn cute. And then also got some mystery minis because I love minis. Look, it's got like a little bell progress keeper on there. I love it. So this one's so Christmassy looking to me, and then this one looks like Valentine's. And then, whoops, that keeps coming apart. Yeah, this one's got some stellina in it. Oh, I love these. They're so fun. And my little horde of minis is growing. So that is actually all I have to show you. Yeah, so, well, thanks for watching, and hopefully it won't be quite so long before I make one of these again. Yeah, so, well guys, you have a great rest of your spring. Well, hopefully I'll see you again before spring is out. Really looking forward to Easter. I like that it's later this year, because hopefully it'll be kind of warmer. I don't think I have anything else to say, so I will stop babbling on and just say happy making. Thanks for watching. Bye.